Hi, I'm Emily, and this is Adult Game Reviews. For this girlfriend review, I've tackled one of the most popular, and perhaps only, dating sim psychological horror games out there, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. This game came out way back in 2021, and is still one of the top-rated visual novels on Steam. When I mentioned I was going to play this game on the Adult Game Reviews Discord, which you should join by the way, I got reactions ranging from, that game is messed up, to, nice, but be warned, it's weird. So, how messed up is this game? Did I laugh, cry, or throw up? Can I review the game without spoiling anything? To answer the last question, sort of.
All I know is my gut says maybe.
For this review, I'm going to have a spoiler-free section for my general thoughts before I get into the spoilers. I think this game is best played knowing as little about it as possible, beyond the content warnings, which I'll talk about later. And I really want to talk about the spoilers, so I'll give a heads up before that section. So, in Doki Doki Literature Club, you play a male high school student who's invited to join the school's literature club by your childhood best friend, Sayori. The other club members include Yuri, the quietly intense, serious one who loves horror novels, Natsuki, the bossy youngest member who loves manga and baking, and Monica, the overachieving club president who just can't help but get involved in club drama. As this is a dating sim, you can impress the girl of your choice by writing her poems on her favorite topics. You don't actually write the poems, much to my disappointment, but the poetry mini-game was really cute and surprisingly fun. Composing the right kind of poem for a character unlocks more scenes with her. Each girl reads and critiques your poem, and the characters' reviews of your writing were some of my favorite parts of the game. The girls also write their own poems, which range from fun and silly to, well, deep existential dread. But also there's a cute soundtrack to balance it out. Anyway, of all the girls, my favorite was Natsuki. I loved her honesty, even if she was a little too blunt sometimes. I also wanted to try the cupcakes she kept baking. My second favorite was Yuri. She reminded me of Agritsuko, that Netflix weird goth Hello Kitty show, or Wednesday Addams, with only slightly less bloodlust.
Let's discuss how to prevent forest fires.
Prevent them.
So what's great about this game? The writing is clever, each character is unique and complex, and the art and music perfectly create the game's cloyingly sweet aesthetic. That sweetness is only part of the story. The game does get very dark. There are two separate content warnings before you start playing, one for SH and one for SI. I would skip Doki Doki if you are sensitive to either of these triggers. The game is going to make you feel feelings, and not all of those feelings are pleasant, but if you make it past the content warnings, Doki Doki is one of the most interesting games I've played in a while. Several times I audibly gasped or cursed while playing, and I'm not a loud gamer. For now, I'll say that the game's structure surprised me, as there's a unique element that I haven't encountered in other dating sims, or many games at all, period. I can't say much more about the structure without spoilers. And this structure also made me care about the characters in a way I wasn't expecting, and that's different from normal dating sims. To be clear, Doki Doki doesn't have any spicy scenes, but it's very adult in its themes and material. Overall, the game's writing, structure, and extremely unique take on a dating sim makes Doki Doki Literature Club Plus a strong play from me. Okay, on to the spoilers section.
Hi everyone, Tom here. I hope you're enjoying Emily's review so far. I wanted to say if you liked the video, please like it and subscribe if you haven't. This lets us know if you want more Emily's reviews. Also, upcoming is the spoiler section. Emily goes through her experience as things occur. So if you haven't played it, go play it and come back. If you have, I hope you enjoy.
What did I just play? I knew going in this game was dark, and pretty early I figured there was a plot twist, but I did not expect to lose Sayori so early in the game, especially via SI. Also, the game doesn't just break the fourth wall, it annihilates it. Many dating sims acknowledge in some way that you're playing a game, but I don't think I've ever played a game in which you literally log into a fake desktop and end up having to delete characters from the source code in order to continue the story. I felt like I was back in college in one of my postmodern literature courses. To be honest, Sayori wasn't my favorite character, so I was surprised but not sad when her character died. Watching Monica mess with Yuri and Natsuki, however, that got me. By this point in the story, I was invested enough in the characters to want to see them happy, and Yuri's death? That was dark and gothic and kind of perfect for the character?
Let me illustrate. A girl is allowed to be crazy, as long as she is equally hot. If she's this crazy, she has to be this hot.
I read a lot of Tennessee Williams and William Faulkner when I was getting my literature degree in college, and her death and the aftermath was something straight out of one of their novels. Stella! Well done, devs. I can't really say enough about the writing in the game. Every detail about the characters either advances the story or helps set the tone, and it's obvious the writers were very intentional about the dialogue. Once Sayori, the club's peacemaker, is gone, Monica encourages Yuri and Natsuki to be nastier to each other. Watching the dialogue get meaner and meaner made me cringe as a player, but also I couldn't look away. This honestly felt like real-life friend groups I've been in, so again, nice touch, writers.
I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm on an all-carb diet. God, Karen, you're
You're so stupid! The game deals with depression, anger, and other mental health struggles in an exaggerated way that still feels real. When I mentioned earlier that the game forces you to play as a guy, I figured this was like many other dating sims that assume the player is male. However, I have a theory that a male MC adds another layer of critique to the game. All of the girls are excited to have a guy in the club, and all of them attempt to impress him in their own way. But once Monica alters their code, each girl becomes obsessed with spending time with the MC, and they cut each other down just to win. And Monica's ultimate power play, full-on deleting the other girls, is driven by her need to be the only person in the MC's life, the ultimate final girl. Being this obsessed with any person is very obviously wrong, but I think there's a bigger emotional impact because the MC is a guy. No longer is the male MC in control once Monica takes over. The balance of power has switched. Of course, there's an element of wish fulfillment in any dating sim. What guy wouldn't want a group of cute girls competing for your affection? But in Doki Doki, the competition is deadly. I love the game's subtle commentary on the traditional dating sim. Think of the standard setup. You're presented with a variety of love interests, and you as the player pick the most beautiful, interesting, fun character to pursue. You make the right dialogue choices, find the pattern, and boom, the character is in love with you. And always, the implication in these games is that any love interest will fall for you with the right combination of controller taps or mouse clicks. These characters were literally made to love you. And as players, we often feel genuine emotion when we connect with certain characters. But ultimately, these are characters, not people. And Doki Doki's twisted take on love, obsession, and what it literally means to be made for someone reminds us of the artificiality of the connection. So I've said a lot about this game, and I feel like I've only scratched the surface. What are your thoughts on Doki Doki Literature Club? Were you one of the lucky ones tricked into playing what you thought would be a sweet romantic romp? Who was your favorite character, and why isn't it Natsuki? Thank you for letting me do a deep dive on this game, and let Tom and me know in the comments if I should do more longer reviews like this. I love talking about the underlying themes and meanings of games, and I'm always open to suggestions for games to try. But if you do suggest something, I hope it's more Hello Kitty and less Wednesday Addams for now. Thanks again, until next time.